Here, my wonderful people, viewers, and subscribers. Here are the headlines we are going to interact, or rather, we are going to dissect this morning, Friday. Today is 1st of November in the year of 2024. We are gradually moving to the permanent side. And I want to use this moment to say a very big thanks to each and every one of us who have contributed in one way or the other to make sure that this ministry is moving to the permanent site. And I keep praying for you that the God Almighty, who sees in light and in darkness, who sees every heart of men, should reward you according to the desires of your heart. Whatever you lay your hand to do, blessings shall follow you, left, right, and center, front and back. Favor shall locate you. As you are supporting me in times of your need, support must surely appear from nowhere. Can I hear a louder amen or you say at the comment section? It shall be well with all of us. Appeal Court reserve judgments on IPOB's appeal against terrorist prescription, according to them. Moving forward, I think this message get leg because since 2008, IPOB was prescribed 2017 by Buhari. 2018, that matter had been in the court, and Nigerian government have been running away from their own court because they knew that they have taken this matter to the international community. The problem Nigeria have is that they are too pompous. Their ego is what making them to look so stupid before the global world. Their ego, and that's the reason why they are still holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because they don't want to succumb. They don't want the world to see them that they are making mistake, and they keep on making mistake every now and then. You went and rushed to prescribe IPOB 2017, but it take Buhari the whole of his 4 good years from 2015 to 2019 before he can prescribe Fulani headers who are busy terrorizing and destroying the economy of the zoo. But anyway, the good news here is that the Biafrans are winning them in their own court. This is not the first time, this is not the second time, this is not the third time that we have knocking them hands down. That's what they call landslide victory. That's victory without no question. That is what Biafrans have been knocking this zoo left, right, and center every now and then. Anyway, here are other headlines as we proceed. If there is no Nigeria, there will be no place for you to govern. Former DSS director sends warning to politicians. That is, I think, Mike Ejiofor, if I'm not mistaken. Insecurity allow Nigerians to carry guns. Ned Nwoko tells federal government they dare not, because the insecurity is to their own advantage. Breaking news: police reportedly detained very dark black man for using their uniform to do caricature. Anyway, my people are here, and other headlines what I'm going to dissect this morning. Happy new month once again, and it shall be well with all of us. Let us go straight to the reason why we are here. Please like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to this channel. The Court of Appeal in Abuja has reserved its judgment in the appeal filed by the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, to contest its prescription as a terrorist organization by the Fulani government. The 3-man member panel led by Justice Hama Baraka set the date for judgment after both parties presented their final arguments. During Thursday's session, Mr. Oyelade Kelosho from the Federal Ministry of Justice represented the government, while IPOB's legal team was led by Senior Advocate of Nigeria, SAN, Mr. Chukwuma Machuku Ume. IPOB is seeking to overturn a 2017 ruling by the late Chief Judge of Federal High Court, Justice Abdul Abudu Kafarati, which classified its activities as illegal and designated the group as a terrorist organization. IPOB's leader Nnamdi Kanu, who remains detained, had earlier applied to join the appeal as an interested party in the case marked FHC CA/A/2214/2018. The prescription order originated from an ex parte motion filed by then Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami San, on behalf of the Fulani government, resulting in the declaration of IPOB activities as unlawful, particularly in the southeast and south-south regions. Justice Abdul Kafarati's ruling also mandated the Attorney General to publicize the prescription in Nigeria's official Gazette and 2 national newspapers. In a follow-up ruling on January 22, 2018, the court dismissed a motion IPOB filed to challenge the legal validity of the prescription order, which it said was surreptitiously obtained by the AGF. IPOB has alleged that the then AGF suppressed and misrepresented facts in the affidavit evidence he tendered before the court, adding that the prescription order was tantamount to declaring over 30 million Nigerians of Igbo extraction as terrorists. While dismissing the motion, Justice Abdul Kafarati said he was satisfied that IPOB constituted a threat to national security. He rejected an argument that the group, not being a registered entity in Nigeria, could not be validly sued by the Fulani government. The court maintained that the fact that IPOB claimed that it was registered in over 40 countries in the world outside Nigeria did not exculpate it from legal liabilities if it was found to have by its activities violated any law in Nigeria. However, in its 5 grounds of appeal, IPOB contended that Justice Abdul Kafarati erred in law and occasioned a miscarriage of justice when he ruled that the mandatory statutory condition requiring President Muhammadu Buhari's approval under Section 2(1) subsection C of the Terrorism Prevention and Amendment Act of 2013 was satisfied on the authority of a memo the AGF issued on September 15 of 2017. He told the appellate court that the lower court judge failed to evaluate, consider, or mention in his ruling affidavit evidence that was tendered to establish that IPOB was not a violent organization. Proper findings of fact built on meticulous evaluation of affidavit evidence placed before the court below will resolve whether the activities of and the characteristics or rather characters of the appellant as clearly distinguished, vide compelling exhibits placed before the court, met the threshold definition of terrorism acts as contemplated under Section 2, subsection 1, subsection A, B, and C of the Terrorism Prevention Amendment Act of 2013. The appellant's activities as contested in his written submission before the trial court, strongly supported by credible affidavit evidence, fell short of acts of terrorism as contemplated under the same Section 2, subsection 1, A, B, and C of the Terrorism Prevention and Amendment Act. Moving forward, while urging the appellate court to allow the appeal, IPOB's lawyer Ume San argued that the organization was denied fair hearing. Federal government's lawyer Kolosho, who denied the allegation, prayed the appellate court to dismiss the appeals after it had listened to both parties. The appeal court's panel said it will communicate the judgment date to the parties. If there is no Nigeria, you have nobody to govern, as people are dying every day. Former Department of State Service DSS Director Mike Ejiofor has urged Nigerian politicians to put national interests above personal ambitions. He warned that without a stable Nigeria, there will be no country to govern. Do you think they care? Ejiofor said this during an interview with Arise News, which happened on Thursday. Our politicians should know that if there is no Nigeria, there is no place for them to govern. They must put Nigeria first, he urged. Speaking further, Ejiofor addressed Bola Ahmed Tinubu's recent directive to reduce VIP security costs and stressed the need for broader security reforms, including establishing state police, especially to address political issues fueling unrest in the south. In response to Tinubu's directives, he said, I will look at it from 2 angles. the security aspect and cutting down cost. I don't see how it's going to cut down cost except through the reduction of vehicles. So I think the president must have looked at the extra vehicles and considered them wasteful. Now, with the increase of fuel prices, putting so many vehicles on the road will increase cost. From a security perspective, Ejiofor supported limited personnel for ministers and MDAs, but voiced concerns about the abuse of police escort by individuals with no means of livelihood. He said we have cases of people with questionable characters being protected by multiple police officers, and cited the recent incident involving mascot Igwechi. He was boasting that he would use the police with him and deal with the driver. Such dishonorable actions damage the image of law enforcement. Ejiofor noted that the past directives to limit police escorts have been inconsistently implemented. If you recall, the Inspector General of Police directed the withdrawals of these police details. Now, over 120,000 officers are deployed for VIP protection, which depletes the police forces available manpower for general duties. A lot of people are using police to abuse innocent citizens, which is very unprofessional and very, very unfortunate. Insecurity allow Nigerians to carry guns, Ned Nwoko tells the government of the day. Delta North Senator Ned Nwoko has reiterated his call for the federal government to allow Nigerians to bear arms and defend themselves. The lawmaker made a fresh call while speaking as guest on China's television's Politics Today on Wednesday. Senator Nwoko explained that if Nigerians are allowed to bear arms, it will curb the challenges of insecurity in the country, as the citizens will be able to defend themselves. He argued that the plethora of security challenges in the country, the masses resorting to self-defense wouldn't be a bad idea. Asked during the program if carrying guns will solve the nation's security problems, the lawmaker said yes, it will. He also recalled how his senior legislative aide was killed by gunmen who attacked his home in Abuja last year, with a man unable to defend himself. Nwoko submitted that if the late senior legislative had a gun, such wouldn't have happened. My senior legislative was killed in November last year, and the wife said the estate was attacked by kidnappers. When they got to their door, they wanted to knock down the door. The wife and the kids went to hide under the bed in one of the rooms. When he went to open the door, he was taken and nobody saw him again. As a matter of fact, those people who took him away have been arrested. If he had a gun or members of that estate had guns, you think the kidnappers will have the audacity to knock from the house to house, knowing that people are armed? That wouldn't happen, Ned Nwoko assertioned. The last but not the least, very dark man have been detained by police directives. Human rights lawyer Deji Adeyemo has disclosed that social media activist Martin Vincent Ose, popularly known as Very Dark Black Man, has been detained by the Nigerian police. Nigeria News report that this is coming hours after Very Dark Man had in a viral video apologized to the police for using their uniform. In a post on social media platform X on Thursday night, Deji Adeyemo said Very Dark Man was detained after honoring a police invitation weekend. He wrote, "Our client VDM has been detained after honoring police invitation just like yesterday. VDM, who has been consistent in saying the Nigerian police are our friends, even when we all know they are not. VDM had publicly apologized to the Nigerian police force after wearing a police uniform in one of his recent videos. The police had condemned his inappropriate use of the uniform and lodged an investigation into the said matter." In a controversial clip, VDM wore a police uniform and humorously referred to himself as Chief Superintendent of Police of the online division. Following the ensuing backlash, he shared an apology video on Thursday expressing regret for wearing attire that resembles the official police uniform. He urged Nigerians to obtain proper authorization before wearing police uniforms to prevent misunderstanding or potential legal issues. Back from the police station where I was interrogated, based on the post I made wearing a costume that the police claim is similar to theirs, I didn't intend to impersonate the police in any way. And I tender my unreserved apologies to the Nigerian Police Force and the Office of the Inspector General of Police. Very dark man stated. So my good people, now here we go take back break. This one is another episode of Nigeria being demolished, or rather being defeated in their own court. And there's no two ways about that, because Biafra will always defeat them. Even if you go into international court, ICC, International Criminal Court, Biafra will always defeat them, and there's no regret about it. Anyway, my people, now here we go take back break. I beg, like, share, comment, and make sure you keep subscribing to my channel. Okay, Messiano.